Final Podcast. We are so excited to be here for our final one of the school year. Thank you guys so much for listening and for providing us feedback. We really appreciate it. We hope these podcasts were able to help you out. So for our final podcast, we wanted to kind of do something a little bit more informal. We realized that there's a lot of questions from our high school students about how to kind of go about looking into college and how to pick a good college for them. So we thought we would answer some kind of frequently asked questions and things we hear a lot when we talk with our high school students that we meet with, and just try to help you guys get a better understanding of how to pick a major, how to, find the right college and prepare yourself for your next 4 years. So we're going to go ahead and get started. One of the things that you can do to kind of get involved in STEM and start really figuring out your interests in high school is to get involved. So a lot of schools will have like science Olympiad teams, or they'll have an inter-alliance group, a engineering club. So, feel free to get involved in those. It's low commitment, no stress. Just go, see if you like it. If you don't like it, you don't have to go back. But just try to find something that sparks your passion. It could be, like we said, a club. It could be a class you take. It could be anything you do in your free time. Maybe you like building computers. That's something that you could build and you could work on and really start to move towards a career. So there's a lot of different things that you can do to kind of get involved in STEM, and they don't have to be very typical by the book. You can do like online coding tutorials, or you can network with your classmates and help, learn about different projects that way. So just find something you like and really stick with it that way.
So there's also a lot of opportunity for scholarships, financial aid. So there's a ton of different scholarships out there. Google is a great resource just to find maybe some little organizations in your area that sponsor just like $1,000 or $2,000 scholarships. Every little bit helps. So I know the Society of Women Engineers also has a scholarship for incoming freshmen. All you have to do is write a really simple essay. So that's always something to look out for as well.
Then a lot of things that's usually on high schoolers' minds is kind of, what major do I pick for a college? And honestly, it's okay to not know right away. It's kind of a lot to expect, a 16-year-old person to know exactly what they want to do for the rest of their life. But a great thing to do to kind of figure out where you want to go is use those extracurricular activities and go to different clubs, and that'll help you kind of figure out what major you might want to go into. And again, it's definitely okay if you're not 100% sure where you want to go, what sort of career path you want to go on, but it's definitely helpful to kind of pick a school that lets you move around. If you picked a major and you decide you want to switch, it's definitely helpful to have a school that gives you the opportunity to switch easily.
So another thing that kind of goes along with what major to pick is kind of what careers are open to students who decide to major in a STEM career. When we say STEM, we are the Society of Women Engineers, but sometimes engineering isn't the best fit for everyone. There's a lot of different careers that combine math and science and really allow you to work on all of those different classes you enjoy and all of your different hobbies. So one place where a lot of students go, if they figure out engineering isn't right for them, a lot of students end up going into business, because you can use your technical mindset and those skills that you learn from engineering and apply them to, entrepreneurship or different applications of business like insurance or finance or data analytics. There's a lot of opportunity to use math and science to make the best business decisions possible. So there's a lot of growth in that field. Another field that is really popular among students who are interested in STEM is design. So with design, you can go like a straight like graphic design or interior design kind of route, or you can do more of like a product design, and you can design products for a company. You can help with their branding. You can make like quality designs. There's a lot of different things you can do with designing. So if you have a passion for it, definitely stick with it. There's a lot of really cool things that I've seen my friends and peers work on. Another thing that you can do with STEM is you can kind of just major in like, math or like biology or chemistry or physics and work more in like almost like a research role. You can work on researching new innovations in math or science or chemistry, whatever branch you decide to go into. So there's a lot of opportunity for that. And along with that kind of research, you can work in a teaching position. So you can teach college, you can be a professor and do research on the side. You could go back and teach high school, teach math, teach science, teach a STEM course, and really get the next generation of students excited about engineering. And, those are kind of the common places we see students who are interested in STEM kind of leaning towards. But there's so many different career options out there. So if you have a passion and you want to kind of combine like STEM and art, take that passion and run with it, because guaranteed somebody out there will love your passion and will be willing to hire you.
And then just like Jessica said, picking a major you don't need to know. It's okay to not know, and that's very similar to not being sure of what type of college you want to attend. There's so many different options that when you start looking, it can be very overwhelming. So kind of starting broad and then kind of narrowing down can help kind of lead you down the right path. So I know there's a few really great resources that College Board provides. Some of the steps they have are first kind of deciding what type of school you want to attend. So within like the science and medical field, there's a lot of different opportunities for 2 versus 4-year colleges. So kind of narrowing down that first, and then deciding on a location and type of campus you want to attend. Kind of starting broad, deciding if you want to go to a small versus large campus, a campus that is in the city or in the middle of cornfields, or a private versus public university. So kind of making some of those decisions can help you narrow down a few decisions. And then cost is always a factor. It's kind of hard to determine how much financial aid and what kind of scholarships you'll get just when you're starting out your college search. So always consider the cost, but there's always several options. And then another thing to consider is the type of learning environment and kind of resources available. So a lot of different colleges have similar, but also very different ideas and communities for these type of things. So kind of looking around and seeing what each college has to offer and kind of making maybe like a pros and cons list could help you decide.
All right, so that concludes it for our final podcast of this year. Thank you guys so much for listening. We really appreciate it. And as always, feel free to reach out to us at our email or via Instagram at UC Sweet and send us any of your questions, and we will be happy to help you guys out. Thank you.